been treated to a couple of great nights for baseball this afternoon. The series finale coming up, the Pirates and the Diamondbacks here from the banks of the Allegheny. And last night, an epic 12-inning Pirates defeat, though, as the Diamondbacks outfought the Pirates. It was Brandon Lau and Brian Reynolds combining to bring the Pirates all the way back from 6 runs down, entering the 8th inning to tie it. Pirates tied it again in extras, but it was the Diamondbacks prevailing in 12, and now they move back to 1 game ahead of the Pirates in the wild card standings. And we welcome you into the booth. Joe Block and Bob Walk with you. Hannah Mears down on the field. And for the Pirates here today, it's Jared Jones on the mound. He's been one of baseball's best pitchers in July, really turning things around. Pirates got a good shot today because of him.
Absolutely. I mean, we just saw the standings. This is an extremely important game, and we got the right guy going to the hill right now. I mean, he's been just pounding the strike zone, and with that great stuff that he has, it's been playing well. You're seeing a lot of breaking balls right there, but his fastball, the pitches he's throwing up over 100 miles an hour, that's one of the reasons that breaking ball's been playing so well, is that he's just overpowering guys.
Opposing hitters hitting just 100 against Jones. Right now the lowest in July for a Pirates pitcher. But it will be no easy opponent on the mound for Arizona. The All-Star Eduardo Rodriguez, a left-hander.
And even when he doesn't get the win himself, his team plays very well behind him. I think they're something like 16-3, I think, his last 19 starts. So he's going to be a tough customer. He's a left-hander, which is always a little rough for us. So we do have our work cut out for us. Another reason why Jonesy's really got to be on.
A pair of 1-run games, a pair of extra inning games. The series is split so far. The winner will take it, and it could lead to so much more. The Pirates and the Diamondbacks here in Game 3, and it's coming up right here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh.
Tick, 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 tick. Of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And the Pirates making some roster moves today. Both Hunter Barco and Noah Murdoch helping to bolster the bullpen. Back-to-back extra inning games. So the Pirates have some length. And then Justin Garcia back up from the minor leagues. He's going to be in the lineup today for the Pirates. Got the left-handed starter on for Arizona. He's been very good against lefties. So Donnie Kelly has some more options here today as the Pirates sending down Brandon Eisert. He pitched yesterday, as did Isaac Matson. So needing some fresh arms. And then Tyler Callahan also optioned to Indianapolis prior to the game today. So the Pirates with some fresh faces and some reinforcements. And it'll be Jared Jones. Remember, he's been limited, so we'll see how far he can go today.
Yeah, I think that he could pitch 6 innings if he pitches very well. He's really been going after the hitters very aggressively. He could have some nice short, maybe some single-digit innings and take care of that pitch count, because basically that's, of late, all that gets him out of the games is pitch count. I mean, it's not like they're doing a whole lot with him, the hitters on the other team. So he can pitch as long as he stays down there, like, say, 80 pitches or under.
Arizona's lineup today: Carroll and Perdomo, with Moreno again hitting third. Marte will clean up. Max Kepler, 4 hits in the series. Arenado back in there today. Tawa Vargas and Jorge Barrosa had 2 sacrifices yesterday. So that's Arizona's 9 against Jones. Yeah, right around 75, 80 pitches. He's been limited, though went 83 in that last start. And boy, July has been so good for Jared Jones. One of the best Julys you're seeing, really, for any Pirates pitcher through the years.
Yeah, he's been so impressive. He's been throwing so hard.
That's 99 right there. A lazy fly ball.
First out on just 2 pitches.
And behind Jones here today, the Levin Furniture and Mattress defense. Reynolds with Garcia playing center, and Valdez in right. Gonzalez, Triolo, Lau, and O'Hearn third around the horn to first. Henry Davis linking up with Jones. Garcia, 23 years old. Can track him down out there. Perdomo showing bunt. He's bunted his way on 5 times for a hit this year. Such an easy 99 from Jared Jones.
He's going to throw up maybe 400 or 500-mile-an-hour pitches before he's done.
And that slider coming in at 90.
In the solid strike. He's not a nibbler. He'll go after these hitters, especially early in a ball game when there's trying to set a tone. He's been very aggressive.
My best against your best for Jared Jones. 24 years old, grew up in Whittier, California. Give us that location. Where's that about? Is that Southern California?
Yeah, that's LA Basin.
Right.
If you know where that is.
Yeah, that's great. The baseball competition.
Oh, yeah, that's. Everybody plays baseball there year round.
First strikeout of many for Jared Jones. And what are some of the keys to the game presented by your Western PA Buick dealers?
Well, Reynolds, we don't do very well against lefties. I mean, we talk about that a lot. Reynolds does do well against lefties. I'm thinking he might be a key to our offense today. And then as far as the bullpen, let's say everything goes the way you want it, and you get 6 innings out of Jones, and we got a lead, then Majinski's available, and so I could see him throwing 2, maybe 3 innings today. But we'll see, because we do have the reinforcements. But if we got a lead, I'm thinking Majinski.
That's such a big game. Brandon Lau said otherwise last night. Lau, who has been to a World Series, talking about it's July, pacing ourselves, that sort of thing. But you feel like here in July, for the less experienced here in Pittsburgh lately, yes, this feels like a big game because the Pirates can get back to even with Arizona. They can secure a tiebreak in the head-to-head matchup, last meeting of the season, or at least the regular season. And Jones with a pair of strikeouts. A dominant first inning for Jared Jones, and now the Pirates coming to bat. And right out of the gates for the Pirates, Nick Gonzalez working on a 12-game hitting streak. Then it's Brandon Lau the last 3 games. Red hot and clutch hits too, as did Reynolds last night, the game-tying home run. Valdez will clean up. Then it's O'Hearn and Ozuna DHing in the 6th spot. Triolo, Garcia, and then Henry Davis for the Pirates.
Well, you see Rodriguez numbers. All-star left-hander. A lot of innings. He has been very good. And they play very well behind him. Their record when he starts a ball game is outstanding.
You're saying what, they're 16-3 in the last 19 that he started?
Yeah, I think that I saw that in their notes earlier.
And the Pirates have not fared well this year against lefty starters. They're 9-22, but they've been facing them a lot. 9 of the last 14 games they faced a lefty starter. And they've been hitting lefties this month, so maybe a turn of events here. A leadoff hit for Nick Gonzalez. He keeps on hitting all season long.
Hey, you'd like to maybe score early. Give him just 1 or 2 runs. Really let Jonesy maybe run with it a little bit. Give him an early lead. Not that he needs to be motivated or anything.
Extends that hitting streak right away to 13 games. Batting average up to .317 for Gonzalez. What a year. And you're right, Bob. You get that first inning run maybe. Play with the lead. Pirates never led in the game yesterday. But Rodriguez, expert at getting the double play turn. He leads the National League in ground ball double plays.
Well, it was close at first.
That was his 15th.
I think Tom was going to get back, but he did. After he threw that ball, he just stood there for a while like he was maybe thinking the pitcher was going to take it. Worked out okay for him.
The old 3-6-3.
2 outs on 4 pitches.
Yeah, Rodriguez was tied with Braxton Ashcraft. Most ground ball double plays turned in the league. So that's a feature why Rodriguez among the ERA leaders.
Reynolds did not like that check swing call, I don't think.
It's been a theme in this series.
Same umpire. It's the first now.
Now Ben May was working at third base on Monday. There were a couple of check swings within 1 at bat. And he called on Reynolds. And Kelly ended up getting ejected, arguing those. A little bloop. And Vargas tracks it down. A 7-pitch inning for Eduardo Rodriguez. Scoreless through an inning. MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Pirates, the official source for your Pirates gear. Jones a 10-pitch first. Marte, Kepler, and Arenado in the second. It's another quick out. He's really filling up the zone today.
Pounds of strikes on 11 pitches. 8 of them been strikes.
And 4 of the first 5 bat left-handed against Jones. His last 7 starts, including today, lefties are only hitting .111 against him. So that's something that maybe those first few starts wasn't as good against left-handed batters. Not now. Righties haven't done much with him all season. Look at the Levin Furniture and Mattress strike zone.
I kind of look at those first couple of starts as like last couple of starts in spring training, since he didn't have anything like that. I know he went out for rehab a little bit. So it took him a couple of games to become himself again.
He said he had a lot of nerves.
Yeah.
And that's understandable, having not pitched all the last season.
Yeah, and especially with the reason why, elbow surgery. Yeah, there's a lot of question marks in your mind, I would think.
And then don't forget, remember he got hit on the elbow, right near the elbow, with line drive earlier on this season, and there was a thought, oh my goodness, it's going to be an injury, but missed the elbow, and he ended up making the start on turn. Gets the strikeout. 3rd strikeout already for Jared Jones.
Yeah, this one just tickled the outside corner. In fact, that might have been a little off at 99. But early in the game, they're not going to burn one of their challenges.
They did yesterday. Learning the lesson of that. That's an end zone slider. Getting swing and miss. To a guy who hits the ball down and away pretty well. And Arenado got a hit his first time up yesterday. And pitched out of the zone. The righty batters are hitless in their last 25 at bats against Jones. The last longer streak by a Pirate was Dowry Moretta 3 years ago. And his is the longest streak by a Pirate this century. Moretta's tied. No one's hitting Jared Jones these days.
Might have backed up just a tad.
Slider didn't spin, or at least
it was spinning, but it didn't move much.
Didn't break after that spin, I guess, right?
Yeah, now that one really ran out there. Yeah, that one moving in the zone and then out by almost a foot.
One didn't move. One moved too much.
Yep.
There you go.
And then that one moved just right. At the Three Bears.
And the Diamondbacks defensively this afternoon, Kepler, Barossa, and Carroll in the outfield. It's the 10-time Gold Glover, Arenado at third, Perdomo and Vargas in the middle. Tawa at first. Gabriel Moreno, fine catcher for Arizona, behind Eduardo Rodriguez. Facing Esmeralyn Valdez. He's hit everybody extraordinarily well this year, but especially left-handed pitching. Jibing with what he did in the minor leagues.
He took his fastball swing there, get that changeup.
We've come to know that from Rodriguez. Add and subtract.
Now he's in between. A little late on the fastball, too quick on the changeup.
But with 2 strikes, it seems like, for the most part, Valdez doesn't take as big of a swing.
This is his last at bat yesterday. He struck out, chased a slider down. That might have been like his worst at bat so far this year. He has been so good about not chasing pitches that are way out of the zone.
It felt like late in the game, and understandably so, the Pirates had built that miraculous comeback and even overcame a deficit in extra innings to tie it again. And then maybe later on, he's trying to do a little too much, but yeah, allow with that 2-run home run in the 9th to make it a 1-run game. Reynolds tied it. You got no business winning a game like that. You're down 6-0 going into the 8th inning, but the Pirates made it their business. To Arenado.
Came off the bat at 98. He hit it hard.
So the Pirates leadoff man gone in the 2nd inning.
That's the kind of at bat that is so impressive with the youngster.
Ryan O'Hearn up there, his Xfinity batting stats. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price.
22 years old. You fall behind early. You get caught too quick on a changeup, too late on a fastball, and then you fight to a full count and then smoke a ball on a 3-2 pitch. That's like a veteran hitter does that kind of stuff. But it's Valdez in this case. Hits with maturity.
Skied to center for Barossa.
Was it O'Hearn that said that Valdez takes mature at bats, or somebody down there?
He or Lau, I can't remember who, but one of the guys that had been around a while.
And I thought that
would
was
know.
That's why I stole that. I really like that term.
But that was the word they used, mature.
Mature at bats.
Ozuna came through in that 3-run 8th inning. Pirates got half the deficit recovered in that 8th when Ozuna had a 2-out RBI single. And there for a 2nd straight day. And part of the calculus, I would think, for bringing him in, Ozuna, the Pirates feature a lot of their top hitters entering the season left-handed. So helping to balance that out, power hitting right-handed batter. Now Valdez has come on to help the cause. And of course, Nick Gonzalez having that fantastic year. Tawa will take it himself, and Rodriguez with a 1-2-3 second. 0-0. Jared Jones back out for the third inning. He's retired the first 6 in order. Let's look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud.
Yeah, one of the reasons it's so tough is what the baseball does when he lets go of it. The two different types of pitches, the breaking ball and the fastball. Huge separation on those two. That makes it difficult to, and what you can't see there is it's really more of a separation than that because of the difference in the speeds. Oh, the fastball is getting to the glove way quicker than the slider. So it's not just up and down. You know, it's also when that ball hits the glove on the fastball, with the slider still well out in front of home plate. The timing really messes up the hitters, besides the fact that it's actually moving up and down more than the fastball is.
So the 3 dimensions of the strike zone.
Yeah, the timing is, and that's why you see guys that don't throw hard pitching extremely well, because they're basically destroying the hitter's timing. And that's kind of the art of pitching, is destroying the hitter's timing.
And when the hitter has to make up his mind, halfway through, look at it's the same spot, and then they deviate about halfway through. So the hitter has to make up his mind when to swing. About halfway through, they're in the same spot. Mm-hmm. How do you know which way it's going to go?
But when it's at slider,
that's a fair ball.
When it's at slider, not only is it moving down, it's also not there yet. You start your swing, it's not there, and that's where you see a lot of the check swings. You're trying to stop it.
Good look on our AHN Supermo.
See that hit off the very end of the bat because he was just a little too fast.
So the bat almost clears the zone for Vargas there, and hits it about 2 feet on that slider. Great explanation. That helps us understand, why Jones has been
it's not
so
just
effective.
It's not just the single plane that you're looking at right now. It's the timing that is just as important to mess the hitter up with.
Stop me if you've heard this before, but so far Jared Jones is perfect. Coming up on Friday, August 7th, the Mets are coming to town. It's a 6:40 game, and afterward, Zambelli Fireworks. Fireworks show presented by Ford. And get your tickets at Pirates.com. Pirates pack up and hit the road today. 4 in Cincinnati, 4 in Milwaukee. Some big divisional showdowns, and then back home for a brief 3-game set against the Mets starting that night. So make your plans to come on out. Pirates are on the road a lot in August. Next time that they're here at PNC Park might be some new faces as they look to augment the roster. Trade deadline coming up on Monday. Tail foul. Pirates have the only base runner of this game. Who else? Nick Gonzalez, a leadoff single. But he was erased on a double play. So the bottom of the order here in the third.
Both these pitchers are doing well early in the game, and they're both being very efficient.
And both managers really like that with taxed bullpens. And Jostinson Garcia is coming up. Let's check in with Hannah Mears.
Hi, Joe. I talked to Joe Stinson Garcia this morning upon his return to the Pirates clubhouse. He had talked about what he was working on offensively down in AAA, said his main goal comes with swing decisions. He wants to swing at the pitches in the strike zone and be aggressive. Guys, it sounds really simple, but Bob Walk, for a young guy, how important is it to emphasize those little things to showcase what he's capable of at this level?
Oh, yeah, this is an opportunity for him for sure to, to show that he can be a help against left-handed pitchers. Searching for that. And I think the fact that he has seen Valdez come up and do what he has done, he knows what kind of opportunity that he's having here. And I like the fact that he has a plan that, hey, I got to hit strikes. That's a good thing to hear, that he knows that the swing discipline on balls and strikes are very important at all levels, but especially up here. And that's one of the things he'll be judged on while he's up here in these games. It's not all about getting a base hit. It's what kind of at bats you're having. Are you chasing bad pitches? Are you hitting the ball hard, even maybe they're not falling? There's more to it than just a batting average.
Well, last year, I don't have the numbers for this year, but last year at AAA for Garcia, on pitches in zone, he slugged .701. On pitches out of the zone, he slugged .167. So you see the big, huge difference.
Hit strikes
with him, especially. And we've seen it. We saw in spring training. Remember, he was hitting home run after home run, and he was showing that discipline. Then coming up, maybe not as much in some stints with the Pirates, but he's only 23 years old. Plenty of potential. And again, Rodriguez throttling that fastball and changeup. Getting the first two men here in the third. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of Garcia. He got called up before Valdez did when the Pirates needed an outfielder. And he's still got potential to be a regular player and maybe more. Now it's Henry Davis. A little bit better lately, 296 over his last 10 games. Seeing the ball to the right of center here and there now. Jones raring to go. Did you like pitching when it was 0-0 early? Did it keep you sharp?
Not really.
You just focused on,
I didn't make
what you got to do, right?
Try not to pay attention too much to the score early. You got the, me, bend but don't break, and I'm not going to change anything until you get, maybe the 5th, 6th inning. I mean, that was getting the later part of the game for me.
So Rodriguez facing the minimum through 3.
To the Toyota RAV 4th inning as Marlene Valdez had a scare the other day. Great to see him back in the lineup, though, the past 2 days. It was a sigh of relief for everyone. Some other positive news. O'Neal Cruz, we received an update today. He's resumed all baseball activities. He's hitting. There's some residual swelling, but that's not holding him back. They're hopeful to get him some live ABs later this week or early next. Also, Evan Sisk. An update for this bullpen. He'll start a rehab assignment tomorrow with AAA Indianapolis. It's been about 4 weeks since he's appeared in a baseball game. Evan said he's looking forward to getting back into some game action. He felt like it took longer than he would have liked getting back, so he is certainly excited to get himself into a game, Joe.
Be great to have him back when he's ready. And Corbin Carroll will be the first base runner for Arizona. So fast, making that into an easy double. So second time through the order, the leadoff man on for Arizona.
Well, I'm really surprised that was a double. Man, look at him coming out of the box there. Look at that, like he's trying to beat out a bunt. Off the bat, you're not thinking, well, that's it. And it was almost a stand-up double for him.
There's
My goodness.
49 extra base
you
hits.
see the way he came out of the box?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
And you combine that effort with the speed, and that's how that turns into a double.
And at any point, after when he gets to first base, if the play's right in front of him, he can shut it down and say, no, I can't go. But his first couple steps out of the box, that's what made that possible to make the decision, I'm going to keep going.
Time was granted to the hitter as Jones was already in the windup. And that changes the complexion of the inning with the double. How do you work around that here with the rest of the top of the order up? No tag, or no advance, I should say, on the tag.
That timeout, that used to bother me when they would give the hitters timeout. I think it bothers me even more now. Because the umpire knows you're only second, maybe a second. They're running out of time. He's going to make the pitch. He's in the stretch. Once they get in the stretch position, you shouldn't give a timeout.
That's a great point. Now it's Moreno. Carroll trying to steal third.
Got it. Oh, what a nice throw down there.
He's just really good.
Well, Davis put that one right on the bag.
Yeah, he just beat a very good throw.
Great jump. That's what did it.
Because he plays in Phoenix, you don't maybe hear a lot about Corbin Carroll except for when they were in the World Series. But
Pittsburgh challenging safe call third base.
Well, Kevin Roach back in the video room sees something
I
here.
think he came off the bag.
I would not have saw that watching it live at all.
Good job of keeping the tag down. Now, okay, he's safe. I don't know. I thought maybe that front leg, it was a little higher in the air because he gets the glove down on the knee. And if that leg came up, if his lead foot is in the air, right there, I can see why they challenged. There's a gray area.
See if it can be overturned. If so, it'd be 2 outs and nobody on. And Carroll, a 3-time All-Star at just age 25.
Now watch his bent leg foot. When does it hit did it hit there?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's kind of what I'm wondering about. There's no way to see that I can.
At least in the advantages that we have.
So how do you overturn it when you really can't see?
Well, the umpires in New York have every angle for both broadcasts, any in-house cameras. They somehow can tap into fans'
I'll tell you what,
yeah.
You're right about Carroll. That's some impressive base running, and that's a great job of stealing third there. It's tremendous jump.
After review, the call the field stands. The runner is safe. Pittsburgh will lose their challenge.
So the Pirates cannot ask for a crew chief review until the 8th inning.
Well, I certainly understand why they challenged. That was a very close play, and that's an important guy to remove from the bases if you could.
Yeah,
One out.
Yeah, deep enough fly ball here. He's got that kind of changing speed.
And you're in what looks like it's going to be a pitching duel. Runs might be hard to come by, so they'll probably get him home on this one.
Plenty deep. And carrying and out of here.
Wow.
Gabriel Moreno with a 2-run home run. Arizona strikes first here in the 4th.
I thought sacrifice fly. It just would not come down. There's no wind to speak of at all.
That ball really carried more than I thought. Yeah, I'm with you. I thought maybe fairly deep fly ball. Moreno almost couldn't even see it after that helmet.
Yeah, he
slid down.
Gave it a good rip, that's for sure. It came out from the helmet.
Well, Jones had retired 27 straight right-handed batters. Put it this way, I should say hitless at bats, excuse me. Correct myself there. Until that home run by Moreno, his 8th of the season. Only the second righty batter to homer off Jones all year.
Didn't finish that slider. That was certainly a backup pitch. Didn't get that one out in front at release. 2 in a row, same thing.
Moreno was able to homer off Jones's slider down and away in the zone, which maybe for a left-handed batter you worry about, not for a righty batter. Tailing down and away from him. But Moreno has the highest batting average in baseball since the middle of May, so maybe a tip of your cap type hit for Moreno. Arizona has the lead in the 4th. Gonzalez tracks it for the second out. Marte's popped out twice. Arizona hasn't fared very well against righty starters this year. They're sub 500. Second lowest batting average in baseball against righty pitchers.
The opposite of the Pirates.
Yeah. Yeah, they're number 1. Arizona is against lefties. Highest batting average. Well, what an even matchup this has been this series. Battling right now for that 3rd and final wild card position. Reynolds has the final out, but Moreno puts Arizona in lead. Let's take a look at our Penn West University stat of the day. The most multi-hit games by a Pirate through this date in Pirates history. Let's go back to 1950. Nick Gonzalez with the most since Dave Parker at this stage of the season, calendar date at least. And then he's already got a hit his first time around, so could add to that. Some great names on that list. Clemente, Matty Alou, a good hitter, part of the trio of Alou brothers, great hitters in the major leagues. Dick Groat, the late great Dick Groat, MVP a couple of years prior to that 62 campaign. So it would be 43 if Gonzalez gets another hit today. Tied for the most in baseball this season. Multi-hit games. Now up to 317. Tailing away from Carroll, but he's able to track it in.
For Carroll not to track it down, he'd have to put that on the chalk line.
Takes good routes. Got a good arm too.
And everything off the bat, we have a tendency to kind of judge. You know, like we thought that was a sac fly home run. That off the bat, I thought, oh, that's got a chance. And then it's like, no, Carroll, he got over there so quick, made it routine.
And now Lau struck his 22nd home run yesterday. Oh, he's red hot right now.
Firmly hit ball up the middle off the left-hander.
He's seen him a lot all those years in the American League East for both these guys. Rodriguez coming over the Red Sox. Reynolds, one of the top hitters at their home ballpark. Paying attention to Lau over there at first.
Great would it be for Reynolds to tie this baby up with one swing.
See if history can repeat itself. Did so last night in the 9th inning. And you see that kind of emotion from Reynolds. What do you got on that, Hannah?
Well, he joked this morning telling me he needed to finish his cup of coffee before giving a really big reaction to the emotion last night, but told me a 6-run comeback, tying up that game last night. He's allowed to be excited every now and then. Big reaction, big situation. I mean, that's going to be big time emotion from Bryan Reynolds, but his teammates were loving it. Lau said he was watching the replay saying, oh, a lot of emotion from you. Nick Gonzalez said it was awesome to see that as well. So even though he's going to downplay it, it was pretty cool for everybody in that dugout to watch him react like that.
And Mr. Stoic.
And we're seeing so much more of it this year. And you think about it, no one's played more games whose team is not qualified for the postseason, active players, than Bryan Reynolds. He wants to get in there and experience the postseason for the first time. 8th year with the Pirates. Looked like he was having some problems seeing. Wears contact lenses. No problem right there. First hit of the day.
Well, that one doesn't look like a hit off the fact that look, he's disappointed. See his reaction there? He thought he just popped up.
That's the difference in ground covered in left field and right field for the Arizona team.
Yeah, little cut ball in on his hands. Didn't get the good part of the bat to it. Didn't matter. Got a hit.
All of a sudden, 2 men on. Yasmerian Valdez has crushed left-handed pitching this year. OPS over 1,000 for his rookie season. And even in the minor leagues was hitting left-handed pitching well. 333 this year. And about half the at-bats, but still 7 home runs, just like he has against right-handed pitching. He's said to have missed the mark. Of course it did. Look, by a pixel.
Yeah. That's a couple pretty good pitches right there with cutter on his hands. And then threw a perfect changeup. But Valdez is not your normal 22-year-old. He laid off.
And again, Rodriguez getting a double play ball. Second one he has had turned behind him today. And it's still 2-0 Arizona.
Welcome back. Connor Griffin has been chomping at the bit to get back on this baseball field. He's about 3 weeks into his prescribed 6 weeks of immobilization. You can see him doing baseball activities out on the field before games, which is very encouraging, we were told today. But Todd Tomczyk, Pirates Senior Director of Sports Medicine, compared Connor Griffin to trying to treat a caged lion. He said he's very anxious, but everything is healing as expected. He's playing catch. He's done some top hand swinging, keeping his body in shape for when that injury heals. It's all guns a-blazing at that point, Joe. But a caged lion, I think, is a good way to put how anxious he's been to get back.
Can't wait to hear him roar again. As at the injury to the left ring finger. We'll keep him out into September. He's on the 60-day injured list.
Kind of a caged lion. It's like a pirate without a boat. That pace along the shore.
I don't think I'd want to see that either. Although the Pirates are along the shore here, day after day. .97 from Jones. Only 2 base runners, but both scored. Double by Carroll, the 2-run home run by Moreno in the 4th. He struck out 4. Half 100 pitches now. 83 has been his max. This comeback.
Pitch count is, as of right now, no real problem for, you would think, going 6 innings today.
That's his 5th strikeout. And that strikeout presented by Coppers, protecting what matters, preserving the future. Ildemaro Vargas put one a couple of feet in front of the plate. He played for the Pirates, Vargas. Had a hit for the Pirates back in 2021. Briefly with Pittsburgh.
From being a pirate to being a snake.
But it originally was a Redbird. Signed by St. Louis back in 2008. Didn't debut in the major leagues till his 10th professional season, and earlier this year was named Player of the Month back in April. Nice feat for a guy that everybody has liked playing with. Among those I've talked to through the years, everybody likes Ildemaro Vargas. Except for Jared Jones. A 2-out walk. Well, we invite you to join us coming up on Saturday, August 8th with the Mets in town. It's a 6:40 game. The first 20,000 fans that night will take home a Pirates t-shirt featuring Josh Harrison. And Jay Hay will be in attendance. He'll be honored pregame as he will officially retire as a Pirate. Go to Pirates.com for your tickets. Should be a fun night. Oddly, Josh's older brother Vince was Ildemaro Vargas's hitting coach when he won the batting title in the Midwest League back in 2015.
That's a nugget right there.
There you go. In case Vince is watching today.
Go back in the archives a little bit to come up with that one. Midwest League.
Out to Valdez. So that 2-out walk, no big deal. Wraps up the inning. Jared Jones and the Pirates down 2-0. This game mean today? Well, in addition to the Pirates either pulling back even with Arizona or falling 2 back of the Diamondbacks, this is the head-to-head series. That's the first tiebreaker when deciding playoff entrance. The next is record within their particular division, which it looks like right now Arizona has a healthy lead over the Pirates in that department. The third one is league record, so against all National League opponents. So right now, the Pirates win today. They've got the head-to-head series. If they end up tied, let's say, for that third and final wild card spot with Arizona, they win the tiebreak. They're going in the postseason, and Arizona staying home. So there's a lot of these scenarios that take place now, and we start to see things clear up little by little here in the final third of this season. Really important game in that regard.
Oh, it is. It is an important game. Earlier you were talking about, I think it was Lau was like, it's not, not that big a deal. But that's how the players look at it. That's so that they can keep on an even keel. They don't want to get too up. They're not worried about this stuff. They go out and they try to take care of their business on a day-to-day issue, day-to-day thing, without looking at all this stuff, these numbers and all that. But for us, we're looking at it, and then you can see that, this game right here, this carries some importance, or it could.
And no more playoff games to get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
So right now, the Pirates need to win today to pull even with the Diamondbacks, but there's more at stake. And, how have they fared against the Nationals? They've still got the series against the Padres and the Marlins.
And you look at all those teams, they're all bunched up still. You're thinking there's 2 months to play. So anybody on that board right there has got a good chance as anybody else. And that, I think, is why you want to stay on the even keel. But you don't also want to be, looking back 5 weeks from now, thinking, wow, I wish we would have won that game with the Diamondbacks, because that's who we're going to end up maybe having to beat when it's all said and done 5 days from now.
Yeah, so for the players, they have to treat every pitch the way that they do everything.
They're trying to win every single game they play, no matter what.
But how do you structure the game? You got somebody available, like you were saying earlier today. All right, how if Carmen's available today and you got the early lead, you got to go with your best.
Yeah,
right?
If you get Jonesy through 6 and you got a lead, then I think Majinski, the way he has been used, he comes into play in this game in a very important spot. So it affects things like that, the decisions you make in that regard.
The notion of, no, you're not going to go all out. We're not at that stage of the season. Final week, you might have to think that way, but certainly you're going to err toward the side of, well, we can't really think about tomorrow yet. We're going to think about today, within reason.
Yeah, if you get too carried away with everything, then you realize the game you lost in April is the one that cost you.
Right. It's just fun that we're talking about this stuff.
Oh yeah, this
is the latest the Pirates have been near postseason position. They were when the series began, and yesterday they were tied in that spot. The latest since 2015 in terms of calendar year or games played. We're entering that third of the season today. 2/3 of the way through now.
Something we haven't brought up in a while. The trade deadline's getting closer and closer. So that's something to look at.
Yeah, all teams that are in it, how will they augment their rosters? Who will be more successful at helping their causes? And then you see how it plays out. Triolo singles his way on. A 2-out single. 4th hit off Rodriguez. Triolo running. High and tailing throw. He's in ahead of it. 8th steal for Jared Triolo.
Yeah, it was a good jump. He ran on first move. I think even with a good throw, he had a very good chance of being safe, but the throw was real bad, so there was no contest.
The Bucks stole a base. You steal a deal. Scan on screen for $25 off at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Garcia hit lefties well this year, minors and majors. But Rodriguez, an all-star for the first time. He's hitting .362 in July for Indianapolis. The Pirates calling up a hot hitter. Looks like they'll get another lefty Saturday, Andrew Abbott for Cincinnati. Now, he hasn't hit a big league home run yet, but has some power.
I'll take a bloop single right now just to kind of get us something going here, get us on the board.
Yeah.
But a home run, I won't say no to that either. Stay alive.
Yeah, yesterday, the Diamondbacks, Brandon Pfaadt, 7 scoreless innings, and then everything came off the Diamondbacks' pen.
The home run abilities, very seldom really out of a game, no matter what the score.
Yeah, we saw that in full display yesterday. There's Pfaadt. Got a no decision despite 7 scoreless. Right to Perdomo. A lot of ground balls today induced by Rodriguez. And 2-out single left at second for the Pirates. Pirates baseball on SNP is presented by Highmark, the official health plan of the Pirates, because life. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. And by Cohen Markets. Free ice cream is back at Cohen Markets. Club Cohen members get a free Hershey's ice cream sandwich all summer long. Summertime here in the Berg on the banks of the Allegheny River. Pirates entertaining the Diamondbacks in the series finale. Big stakes. Carroll on a line to Valdez, 1 out. Jones had 59 pitches with 1 out in the 6th, right after back-to-back extra inning games.
That's just what he needed to do.
Look at that pitch count per inning there.
He wasn't in the situation that he was in or is in, where they're being very conservative with him coming off the surgery. Then I'd be looking at a complete game today. Those are rare.
Talking about big stakes, yeah. Well, Jones strikes you as that big game type pitcher, doesn't he? He wants the limelight. He wants the pressure. All the makings of a postseason team.
It's not like he wants the pressure. He ignores somebody that ignores the pressure.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter to him. He's not going to. He's going to do what he does. Not going to pay attention to the circumstances.
He's been mowing them down in July, but Moreno got him for a 2-run homer in the 4th. Reynolds wraps the 2nd out. And now here's a message from Levin Furniture and Mattress.
Lazy Boy recliners starting at $395 at Levin.
And now a rematch, Jones versus Moreno. I didn't think that ball was going to get out.
No, looked like just a well hit fly ball. It was like, oh, that's going to get him in from third, which wasn't a lie. Did get him in.
Just got Moreno in from the plate. Wasn't expecting that. So that extends that long on base streak that he's had, leading baseball 26 in a row as we look at our Penn West University educating you. So 26 in a row, that's the most going in baseball, but for starts, 45 straight starts reaching base, that's the longest streak in Diamondbacks history. He does so on a home run. Right now the only runs of this game. Jones behind 3-1. Walks his 2nd today. And StatCast will show us the wind effect of the home run. Calm conditions, that's the blue one. And maybe on a wind neutral day, it doesn't get out.
I'm surprised by that. That looked straight at the flag when that ball went out, and they were head straight down. Wasn't much movement at all out of them.
Or maybe the wind blowing a little differently at field level. StatCast has its wind sock, or however it. I don't know how it measures it. I don't know how they measure it.
They do have a little at the top up here, one of them little things that spin in the wind. Up at the top of the stadium, shaped like a little, like if you put a bunch of tablespoons measuring things out of the kitchen. You've seen those little wheels that spin in the air? I think that's what they probably measure with. Very top of the stadium.
And a base hit. Gets Moreno to third. Here in the 6th, Arizona putting 2 men on with 2 out. A pivotal point in this game. Jones has pitched through the 6th 2 of the last 3 times.
There it is. That may be spinning away. Gives you this distance. It's an anemometer.
Are you okay?
Trying to pronounce a word I have no idea how to say. Anemometer? Anemometer.
Do we need to call Ray Petman?
But that's how they know how fast that wind was blowing. And they got a weather vane there showing you the direction.
Thanks to StatCast.
Always just look at the flags.
Well, Kepler here, remember that 3-hit game in game 1 yesterday with a double. Today Jones has gotten him twice, but been swinging a better bat here in this series. Trying to keep it a 2-run margin here in the 6th.
Yeah, this is probably the most important bat in the game for Jonesy. took it down to 0 before he let that one go. Playing the waiting game.
And now they'll add to it with Kepler calling timeout. Two on and two out. The 2-2 just past Lau, and Moreno is in. Max Kepler with the RBI. 3-0 Arizona here in the 6th.
That might get the bullpen going now. That ball was hit hard.
Well, the Diamondbacks had only 2 hits off Jones all game. Now back-to-back hits here after the 2-out walk. Not out of the woods yet with Arenado. And no one warming in the Pirate pen. Jones losing command here in the 6th.
We were wondering, that maybe he would go more than 6 for the.
That's a fair ball. Got it out there.
Good job.
Welcome back. Earlier today, thanks to the Pittsburgh Pirates and the American Correctional Association, Zane Long got the best experience of Billy Cook and the Buccos before today's game, playing some ball on the field, hanging out in the dugout. I saw him giving Don Kelly a little pep talk before the game, and of course, he's a huge baseball fan, so made the most of his first pitch. He's 8 years old, starting 3rd grade next month. He has a rare abdominal disease and is on the kidney transplant list. So Zane, we're all in your corner supporting you through this journey. Good luck, buddy. It was so cool to get to see him with that VIP experience thanks to Billy Cook down here, Joe.
It's so nice of Billy to spend some time with young Zane, and I know his family having some moments of levity right now and some smiles. That means a lot. So here now, the 6th inning, different score, 3-0 against a really tough pitcher. Rodriguez came into today 4th lowest ERA in the National League. And well documented the Pirates' difficulties against lefty starters.
Yeah, with these 2 starters, we kind of thought that nobody was going to have a whole lot of runs. We're hoping that at this stage of the game, if the score would have been flipped, that we would be up by a couple. Able to add on a little insurance run there in the 6th. They're by 3 now.
It doesn't mean it'll happen here, but 3rd time through the order, opponents are hitting just 193 against Rodriguez. And it is Carmen Mlodzinski starting to get loose in the Pirate pen. It's down 3 here in the 6th. And 2 quick outs for Rodriguez. Brandon Lau with a base hit his last time. He's really heating up again. Covering a lot of pitches off the plate there. First,
yeah,
we see.
You can see it. I'm sitting here watching that. He really likes the ball away from him.
I wouldn't have thought that. Gives the appearance of being a pull hitter, and he is.
Yeah,
but not exclusively.
No, but he will. He will go after the pitch away from him and slap it out there. He didn't really slap the ball the other direction, though, like you'd think of as a slap hitter. He drives it out there pretty hard. There's your pull hitter swing. He wasn't trying to hit that one the other way.
A change up from Rodriguez. Said Bob Kipper helped him with that changeup in the minor leagues. Pitching coach in Double-A.
Was it last year Kip came by for a while up here? I think it was last season.
Did he really? Must have missed him that day. I didn't know. Would have liked to have met him.
I hadn't seen him in a long time.
Just trying to see how many years with the Pirates. 7 years.
He was number 16, right?
Yes.
Our lockers on the road were almost always right next to each other because a lot of times it was all by what number you are when they set up the visitors' locker room.
Pirates go down in order in the 6th. It remains 3-0 Arizona. Seventh inning coming up. It's 3-0 Arizona. And this Pirates pitching change presented by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see. Experts you can trust.
You see Majinski's numbers this season. Game number 24 for him. A lot of those games were starts, of course, earlier in the year where he was pretty effective as a starter. And now he's been in a role where he's pitching about every 3 days or so and throwing 2 or 3 innings. And this is kind of what I thought might happen. I was hoping that he'd be coming in the 7th to protect a 3-0 lead. But we're down 3-0.
You think, well, why use him down 3? Well, remember, both teams have played extra innings. It was a 12-inning epic yesterday. So the Pirates, even with those reinforcements, a little bit shorthanded.
Yeah, after 3 runs to, I think, the Pirates. Now, the way I think they have to get into the bullpen today to break out the home run ball. That's the way it's looking right now. But, 3 runs to the Pirates. The way they hit home runs this year is not that big a deal.
That one toward the gap for Ildemaro Vargas. One out double for Arizona here in the 7th. And the Pirates overcame a 6-0 deficit entering the 8th inning yesterday. So down 3, 3 at bats. Good time to use Majinski.
He's been one of their more effective relief pitchers.
In his big league career, his ERA as a reliever is .264. And has been one of the best at keeping the ball in the ballpark since the All-Star break last year. Barossa is 0 for 2. This will be Garcia. 2 men out in the Arizona 7th. We want you to watch this month's edition of Inside Pirates Baseball. It debuts tomorrow at 5:30. Hannah will sit down with All-Stars Paul Skeens and Braxton Ashcraft, and she'll introduce you to another All-Star from the Pirates equipment staff, plus Pirates reliever Mason Montgomery joining Hannah for Steak on a Stone and some baseball talk. That all debuts tomorrow at 5:30 right here on SNP. The always tough to retire Corbin Carroll. Falling behind 2-0. Going to keep it a 3-run margin. Certainly within striking distance for this Pirates offense. Finds the outer edge. Vargas taking a wide stance in his leadoff. Kind of hard to get back from that. But in plenty of time on that throw. It's real wide. Three and one on Carroll. Popped him up. And Majinski coming on here in the seventh. Puts up a 0. And at the stretch, it remains 3-0 Arizona. Pirates baseball on SNP is presented by your Western PA Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, the best-selling brand in Pittsburgh. And by Levin Furniture and Mattress, Pittsburgh's #1 furniture and mattress store. Beautiful afternoon for baseball. Arizona so far, much like last night. All Diamondbacks early. Their starting pitcher again ruling the roost. The boys had a big comeback last night, only for Arizona to pull it off in 12. Pirates won the series opener by a single run in 10 innings. At the heart of the order here, Reynolds, Valdez, and then O'Hearn. Getting another look at Rodriguez. He's gotten a couple ground ball double plays behind him today. Snuffing out any hopes of a rally for the Pirates in the first and fourth innings. And we talk about this a lot, time through the order. Baseball wide, usually the hitters gain the advantage slightly, but gain the advantage each time they see the opposing pitcher. Goes the opposite direction for Rodriguez. Owns the lowest ERA third time through the order. And one of the lower batting averages. Those are just percentages. Doesn't mean it'll happen here today. And the Pirates benefiting from a leadoff walk. First one allowed today by Rodriguez. A recipe here for the Pirates to cut in to the deficit. We've seen Valdez get the ball out to all fields, even miss hit balls, and have the strength to get it out of the ballpark. And Rodriguez will pitch him carefully. Staying up and in. 1-2 on Ace Marilyn Valdez. Pirates came back down 6 before the 8th inning to take it to extras last night. Off the end of the bat. Still almost to the track, but one out. Reynolds back to first. 88 pitches now for Rodriguez. Now it's Ryan O'Hearn.
What we got here? 88, 89 pitches. Need to get this guy out of the game.
That seems to be the best chance for the Bucks right now. He's pitched well. Socked that one foul. 103 has been the maximum this year for Rodriguez.
Even just a ground ball that kind of will sneak through. Doesn't have to be that big of a deal that somebody have a 6-7 pitch at bat and then maybe they decide to make a move. Man, he has been tough.
Remember, Torey Lovullo and his bullpen, they didn't make any changes from last night's pen, so there's a number of guys.
They got the lefty down there. They only let him throw one hitter. Is that right?
Yeah.
If I remember like yesterday.
Still want to.
So I'm thinking that they're going to use him at some point in a key juncture.
Talking about Brandon Garcia, he's pitched 2 out of 3, but yeah, just one batter yesterday. I would think he could be used short. And again, double play opportunity there for Arizona. No one at first base. Pirates will benefit.
Yeah, same thing earlier. They had a hard time getting the bag covered.
That would have been the third ground ball double play behind Rodriguez today. Instead, Pirates keep the inning alive.
Yeah, that's probably more on Rodriguez, but it's tough, I think, when you're a lefty, because you can see how you finish on a third base side. And if you're a lefty that's not real fast, probably not going to get there in time on that one.
Wouldn't it be great if Ozuna knocks one out of here?
I'll take that.
Yeah, they don't finish the inning. Pirates take advantage.
Certainly has the power.
Facing a tiring pitcher, perhaps. Maybe that command won't be as good. That first pitch, though, couldn't have been better. Placement of the changeup down and away, and then fairly up and in with the fastball.
He's upstairs with the fastball, up and in with the cutter. Changeups are just perfectly placed down and away. It's been one of those games to watch a guy just with good command. I mean, we talked about timing about 5 innings ago, destroying the timing with pitch placement. Some guys can destroy timing with velocity. He doesn't do that. But the result is the same. A little behind, a little ahead when it comes to your swing.
And skied in the infield. It'll be Perdomo. Pirates strand a man, still getting blanked by Arizona. Baseball on SNP is presented by Amazon. Spend less on your kids for back to school. And by Subaru of South Hills. Experience the advantage. Let's go. It's down 3. And Majinski with a 0 in the 7th, first inning of relief. I saw last night, bullpen did a pretty good job.
Yeah, they did.
Enabling the Pirates to even have a shot at that game.
And that, I think, is obviously the area where everybody's most concerned with going into the last 2 months of the season in the pennant race is, can we get some consistency out of the pen? And they're not going to be perfect every night. No bullpen is, but more often than not, you want to have some quality innings when you go out there.
We'll see how the Pirates fare at the deadline, which will be Monday. And Charrington continues to say, looking for reinforcements. Of course, yeah, they're going to add to this team. But I like what Ben said too about, he said, I believe major league seasons, each one is precious. If you're in the middle of one and you have a chance, you should do everything you can do to give that team a chance. I think you couldn't be more right. Hard to know from year to year if you're going to be in it. And the next series will be a divisional showdown against Cincinnati. 4-gamer. And the Pirates have yet to name a starter for tomorrow night. Rhett Lauder will go for Cincinnati, and our coverage begins at 6 o'clock right here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. 4 games against Cincinnati, 4 in Milwaukee on this upcoming road trip. Pirates are 26-26 on the road and have fared well within the division, which we learned today is the second tiebreak after the head-to-head matchups to qualify for the postseason or for seeding if needed. Most important, though, wins.
Yep. You get enough of those, and you don't have to worry about what the tiebreaker is.
Win enough ball games, everything takes care of itself. We've seen in recent seasons the Pirates have very good Julys. Sometimes taking a team from the doldrums and into contention. Here this year, keeping them in contention. Pirates have been in that playoff position or darn close all season long. 2 outs for Majinski in the 8th. The thing is that we'll see how August, when that comes around, right around the corner here. The Pirates have only had a winning record in August 3 times this century. Last time was 10 years ago. So get better at the deadline, have a few reinforcements, and then sustain what they've been doing all year. Maybe even improve upon it if they can.
August is a tough month. Still hot.
Been playing baseball since mid-February, really, for these guys.
The innings are starting to stack up on some of your pitchers. If you have some aches and pains, they're starting to nag at you a little bit after 4 months playing every day.
And Majinski gets through the order in the 8th. Pirates need 3. Got 2 at bats left. Let's recap what's happened so far in the game in our dashboard report presented by your Western PA GMC dealers. Well, quality start for Jared Jones, but Eduardo Rodriguez still on for Arizona. Great pitching. Triolo with his second hit today.
Triolo was looking for that particular pitch. The back door, maybe just steal a strike one with a curveball. That timing, Triolo was right on it.
Hitters can probably guess first pitch if they want to, right? If that's their inclination.
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst thing can happen? It's 0-1, you guessed wrong.
So now a young Jostinson Garcia just called up.
They never
today.
like to admit they're guessing. They'll say something. Well, I was looking for something. They don't like that word guess.
So the Diamondbacks getting the bullpen ready if needed. Trying to stretch Rodriguez, and understandably so. The Diamondbacks didn't go to the minor leagues for any reinforcements today. And of the 8 down on the bullpen, there's 5 guys that at best are heavily used. I wouldn't say unavailable, but heavily used. The two on that list are warming though right now, with Garcia, the lefty, and Loaisiga, the right-hander. Each have pitched 2 out of the last 3. Fought off. Tawa.
Oh. Thought it might fall. It was a little over the shoulder. It's going to be a tough catch sometimes. And this looks fair, doesn't it?
It was fair.
Called fair.
Yeah, if he drops that ball, fielding it in fair territory, then everyone can run.
They still might have a force out though.
Yeah.
At second base on that. Triolo really couldn't go very far on it.
Henry Davis pops up. And after that leadoff single, Triolo stuck there, 2 quick outs to follow. And the frustrated Davis. I know we said it ad nauseum. No one works harder, but the results have not been there the last few years at the plate consistently. And if you're wondering, okay, why not Endy Rodriguez pinch hitting there? Endy does not have a hit against a left-handed pitcher this year. So Davis the better choice statistically among the 2 catchers against a left-handed pitcher. Now Nick Gonzalez. Base hit his first time up. Rodriguez has gotten him the next 2 times around. Still at 315. That's where he started today. It's fallen, and LaRosa comes on to get the final out. Pirates strand the leadoff man, Triolo. Pirates baseball on S&P is presented by #1 Cochran Club One Rewards. Points, save money, and get discounts on gas. Join for free at clubonerewards.cochran.com. Go to the 9th inning. Base hit for Kepler, his second today. Arizona 49-0 when leading after 8 innings. That was in jeopardy yesterday. Pirates mounting that comeback, but Arizona eventually prevailing. If Arizona wins today, it's a 2-4 homestand for the Pirates against the Cubs and Diamondbacks.
That's still a pretty good if.
Well, I'm with you on that. After what we saw last night.
Yep.
Don't go away.
Yep. Be confident going into the 9th. We're up near the top of our lineup.
You think the veteran
what happens?
Yeah, do you think the veteran Rodriguez would stay in there to try to complete it?
Catcher's challenging the ball call.
And so Davis with an ABS challenge. It's powered by T-Mobile.
Pitch the ball. Pittsburgh has 1 challenge left.
We're into the 9th, might as well. I was piquing you to see what you thought about Eduardo Rodriguez. 105 pitches, an 8-pitch 8th.
Well, they had bullpen action last inning, so they're thinking about it. Nobody throwing right now. They have their lone lefty kind of just standing out there. He's not really doing anything.
And foul ball. Boy, he hooked it right down the line.
It looked like that was going to hit the foul pole.
Arenado trying to bid for a cheapie.
And that was close.
It had the distance. It's
yep, it was over the fence, but it was hooking.
Just a souvenir. Score stays 3-0. And the splitter. First strikeout for Majinski. Rodriguez already at a season high in pitches, and like you said, the lefty Garcia, they only used him for one batter yesterday. And who knows how the game would have ended if they stuck with him for the ninth inning. Sewald came on and gave up immediately 2 home runs. 3 runs were across the first 3 batters against Sewald.
Well, when you only have that one left-handed pitcher in the bullpen, and he's one of your better relievers at that, you're probably a little more picky about how many innings he throws and want to conserve him and have him available.
That's Sewald. Doesn't look like they would use him for the save today, judging by his countenance.
You know, nowadays with so many guys in the bullpen, you would think that 2 is the minimum. You really would like to have 3 out there.
You hear managers say sometimes, though, I'd rather have a good righty than a lefty. Just any lefty.
Yeah, any lefty. Yeah, that's definitely the case. But my answer is okay. Get lefties that can get lefties out. Then those are the kind you need.
Double play ball. Oh, Carmen Majinski doing well of a job. 3 scoreless innings. Now it's up to the Bucks bats. They're down 3 as we go to the bottom of the 9th in Pittsburgh. The Pirates entered the 9th inning last night down 3. And after the leadoff double by Mangum, it was Lau homering and Reynolds following with a home run. And the Pirates erased a 3-run deficit immediately in that 9th inning off Sewald. And today they're down 3. It will be the lefty Brandon Garcia to try to earn his 2nd career save.
You see his numbers on the year. 34 games, just 28 innings. Going in and facing 1 batter to get an out is something that they obviously use him in that way a lot. Being your only lefty down there, you can see why.
So Eduardo Rodriguez goes 8 innings of scoreless baseball on a day where the Diamondbacks bullpen depleted in back-to-back extra inning games. Garcia gets the first out. Pirates got the pitching too. Quality start from Jared Jones. 3 scoreless in relief by Majinski. But you don't score, you don't win. Pirates got to get on the board here. Need 3 with 2 outs to go. Now it's Brian Reynolds.
Brian wants to think about this a little bit, uses his timeout on the 0-1 pitch.
Garcia debuted in the major leagues last year. Not a ton of big league pitching experience. He certainly doesn't look tentative out there.
A live arm.
cutter staying away to Reynolds. Pirates need to get 2 on to bring the tying run up. Valdez waiting, and if it gets there, O'Hearn needs to get there. Strike 3 call. Back-to-back strikeouts for Brandon Garcia.
Who he kind of reminds me of is, I don't know, just his delivery once he lifts his leg and kind of pitches he throws. Dan Plesac. Is that?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was with 95 with the Pirates, I think.
A lot of good years with the Brewers.
He pitched a lot of years.
He was their closer for quite a while.
Valdez has to get on, and so does O'Hearn, who's on deck. Otherwise, Arizona would assume a 2-game lead over the Pirates, and then the Pirates have fallen into that congested middle of all the hopefuls. Pirates won 1 of the 3 games against the Cubs on this homestand. They won game 1 of this series.
As long as you can stay away from any kind of a prolonged losing streak, 5-6 games, something like that, you're going to be in that mix, and right in the middle of that bunch going into the last couple of weeks, and that's when hopefully you can have a little separation and go for it.
The Pirates right now 29 and 27 at home. Doing their part on the road, even on the road, that's what you're hoping for, but you want to win about 2/3 at home if you can. It kind of almost guarantees you a postseason spot, that little number right there.
Yeah, I agree. That's the goal. Break even when you're away from home, but win the majority when you're in your own ballpark.
So Valdez now working the count full after being behind in the count. Pirates need 2 to get on. 2 outs in the 9th. And there's the first step. Last thing that Garcia wanted to do is walk him.
What do we call that? Or somebody coined the term a mature at bat. There's another one.
Yeah.
You know, you down by 3. Hitting the ball in the river is not going to do you much, so be patient. If you get a walk, take it. Anything you can do to get the tying run up to the plate.
Now, after Valdez walking, it's O'Hearn. And if he can get on, Ozuna is in the on-deck circle. Right at the bag. And Arizona is going to take 2 out of 3. Pirates defeated in both series by the Cubs and Diamondbacks, a 2-4 homestand. Arizona pulling away today, 3-0 the final.
Yeah, the left-handed starters are really giving us a hard time, and this was one of the better left-handed starters in baseball.
Yeah, Eduardo Rodriguez, our North Star Chevrolet Buick and GMC star of the game. 8 scoreless from the Arizona lefty.
They got a lot of ground balls early, and it seemed like the double play was really a big part of shutting down anything we thought we might have going.
So the Pirates now 9-23 against lefty starters. Facing the All-Star Rodriguez today, he was really good, and so Arizona takes 2 out of 3 in the series. Stay tuned. We have Pirates extra innings coming your way for the first time in the series. No real extra innings. But stay tuned for our post-game show coming up next. Thanks to our entire crew here in Pittsburgh as the Pirates downed by the Diamondbacks. 3-0 Arizona, the final here on this Wednesday afternoon in Pittsburgh.